Coach, you went 5-0 to open the season this weekend down in Conroe. Talk about your team's performance this weekend.
Well, you couldn't ask for much better of a start. To go 5-0 against the competition that we were playing, I was very excited about. In particular, our pitching staff was phenomenal. We allowed 2 runs the entire weekend. So, I knew that we were going to be able to pitch, and I knew that we were prepared and ready, but our girls they exceeded my expectations, and it was a lot of fun. Got a lot of playing time, but to start the game out, you go back to game 1 against Regis, who was a regional tournament team, and Cheyenne goes out and throws a no-hitter, and was 1 walk away from a perfect game. It's just an amazing way to start the season. And then Amelia Hathorn follows that up against a Pittsburgh State team that was 53-9 last year. And she goes out there and goes 5 strong and doesn't give up a run, and got out of a jam or 2, and then had a couple of easy innings. And Reagan Suture and Bree Waters got their first action of the year and had clean innings. So it was just a great start to the season. And, we don't even want to practice. Let's just go play. You just want to keep going after that.
So Floyd hits the no-hitter. You already touched on that, but you've also spoken on your whole rotation. You said there are 6 pitchers you truly trust.
Yeah.
How big an advantage does this give you going forward, and what does it say about your rotation, say about your overall depth?
Yeah, we use 5 of them. Avery Gunther is our starting third baseman, and we never even needed to use her. So she also pitches, and she's probably the hardest thrower of the group. But if we can save her arm a little bit, then we're going to. And we didn't need her this weekend, so it was great for her, and she had a really good weekend at the plate and did her thing, as our 2-hole hitter. But it was really good. Yes, Cheyenne was phenomenal. Amelia Hathorn was phenomenal. Madeline Waco was phenomenal. But then we were able to get 2 kids who, got their first college action in the circle, in Bree Waters and Reagan Suture. And for them to get that under their belt, they had a little bit of nerves, the first game, and you could really see Bree get into her comfort zone after a batter or 2. Reagan struggled a little bit, but then she got comfortable and got out of her inning clean, and then had a really clean inning in the next game that we gave her that chance. So, it's huge. You may have injuries, you may have sickness, you may have slumps, you may have, whatever, and to have those girls ready to go and get them some action is big. And if we can get them out there in that first weekend against the competition that we were playing, they weren't facing slouches. So they're facing the top teams in the Rocky Mountain Conference and the top team in the MIAA, and to be able to do that and come out successful, I'm very excited about.
5-game series coming up this weekend. How does it feel for y'all to be home this time?
Well, we love playing at home. The George and Ola McCorkle Challenge is always a lot of fun for us. Luckily, it looks like we're going to have great weather in the 80s on Friday and Saturday, and then upper 50s on Sunday, which if it weren't for the 80s and 80s, I'd be going, hey, it's going to be upper 50s. It's awesome. But looking forward to that. It's going to be a very competitive tournament. Texas A&M International had a really good weekend. They went 5-1. So we'll get them on Sunday, and then Ouachita Baptist out of Arkansas, they went 3-1 this past weekend in the tournament that they were at. And then Missouri Western struggled a little bit. They only went 1-4. They were at the same tournament that we were at, but they can play. You could tell they hadn't been outside as much as the rest of us have, and they're going to continue to get better as the year goes on. They've got a kid in the circle that can really get it up there. She's athletic. Throws with some velocity, and Coach Thompson, who used to be at Regis, is an outstanding coach. So I know she'll have them ready, and she brought her Regis team down here last year, and when she took the job at Missouri Western, and she agreed to come back again, so hopefully we can keep them coming. But she's going to do a great job with her team, and she's a great coach, so we know that they'll be prepared. Maybe a little bit better than they were this past weekend, just because they needed to get some game action under their feet and be outside consistently. So they'll be ready to go. So yeah, looking forward to being at home. And before I forget, we've got West Texas Steel sponsoring that tournament this year. So we really appreciate Bubba and his group for helping us out.
Coach, I mean, obviously you talked about Cheyenne Floyd, your pitching over the weekend, but it's hard to not talk about your weekend without mentioning Leilana Applin.
Oh, yeah.
667 batting average, 2.421 OPS, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. I mean, just an exceptional weekend. Just talk about the impact that she had for your
And
team.
3 lasers for home runs. You know, and the facility that we're playing at is deeper than your normal college field because they do play a little bit of slow pitch stuff there. So it's probably, there's no signage out there, but I'm going to guess it's around 210 down the lines and 230, 240 to center field, where a normal, like our field's 190 down the lines and 223. To center, and the one she hit against Mines, I thought there was no way it was going to go out because it never got taller than Nick standing here at 6'5". I mean, it was just it was a line drive, and I didn't think there was any way that it would stay high enough to get out, but it did. And she just had a phenomenal weekend, and you know, she's a talented player, and we need her. She really struggled. Coming back from the Christmas break, she wasn't having good at-bats against our pitchers, and for her to go out and do that was huge for us in that 4-hole. And you know, she put up National Player of the Week type numbers, and you know, hopefully we can get that out of the rest of the year. But yeah, she was huge. Paris Brinesi was huge, or Brinesi, I'm sorry, was huge for us. You know, didn't get to start on opening day, but we started her in the second game, and that was a plan. We wanted Ashton McMillan to start the first game, and then we wanted Paris to start game 2 in right field, and both of them did a really good job. And you know, Carter Smith is a returner for us who started a lot for us last year, and she struggled a little bit on day 1. So we went ahead and ended up with both of them in the lineup in day 2, and that worked really well. But she's so fast. Paris is so fast that she can cause a lot of havoc for teams, and she had a really big weekend for us as well.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.